Professor is an alumnus of All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysore, and is currently the chairman of the Audiology Committee of International Association of Communicative Sciences and Disorders, Malta. He has served as technical director and professor at Dr. S.R. Chandrasekhar Institute of Speech and Hearing, Bangalore, the ex-director and professor at Aliyavar Jung National Institute for the Hearing Handicapped, and held additional charge as director of National Institute for the Orthopedically Handicapped, National Institute for the Mentally Handicapped, and a Composite Regional Center for Persons with Disabilities at Bhopal and Ahmedabad. He was a member in BIS in his personal capacity and member in ICMR's Task Force on Deafness. He was president of the Indian Speech and Hearing Association in 1986 to 87 and 2014 to 15, and founder president of ISAAC India chapter, patron of Dysphagia Core Group and of Bengaluru. He has extensive experience in service delivery in rural areas and immense interest in empowering people. Professor Rangasai's work has been recognized and rewarded by various organizations in India and abroad. He is actively involved in research and has published many articles in national and international peer-reviewed index journals and books, and has delivered lectures in national and international seminars and led delegations in the field of disability rehabilitation to UK and Sweden. His work revolves around universal design, international classification of functioning disability and health, genetics of deafness, deafness as a public health issue, and a new branch of audiology called social audiology, which understands and promotes the role of sound and hearing in an inclusive culture. He focuses on reaching the unreached. He has been helping us in arranging the Founders Day event for the past 28 years. Thank you very much, sir, for your support and guidance throughout the conduct of this webinar. Now may I request Professor to summarize the webinar proceedings and to provide the recommendations.
Thank you so much for a very nice introduction. Had I known that you will be reading what I gave, I would have given you some more also. Okay. Yeah, I think I should be more formal here. My dear and respected Dr. Sunny Matthew, Dr. Christine Yashinago-Itano, Dr. Anita Julka, Dr. Varsha Gattu, Dr. Mamta, Dr. Jayashree Shanbal, Dr. Lata Rajendran, Dr. Vardakutti, and all dear colleagues with whom I have been working, including Ranita and Ramya and all of you, and as well as all the dear delegates. You will agree with me that based on whatever has been presented and shared by all the eminent speakers, that both for education as well as for intervention, our base is going to be online mode. So this is something that a very strong recommendation and outcome that has that I would like to put forward. But if you look at the presentations, we had a lot of wisdom, talks with wisdom, and we also had some very clear-cut instructional lectures, tutorial kind of, where how we may be able to handle children in classrooms and as well as at home. It has been simply a very, very wonderful journey for us since 10 o'clock onwards till now, right from all the speakers list. I have well over 5 pages of writing here, notes, but I'm not going to say all that and keep you away from your lunch. But however, there are few important points which I would like to share with you. Most important is, I have already said that it is going to be the order of today and tomorrow that we will have online inputs. But here you will also have that parents and teachers have to positively approach the online education. This is most important first recommendation. And what has come out of all the sessions is innovatively provide individual as well as group attention. You not only teach in a group, but also individually find a way of picking and then giving them the necessary support. Nevertheless, monitor ethical practices with the children both at home as well as in school, so that they will focus on learning than on spending their time otherwise. So this is the third recommendation. And wherever, I mean, it has also come out clearly that the technology support is not adequately available today to reach all children in need. So there was an excellent suggestion in the inaugural address, of course, to avail CSR support. This is an area where we have done some work together also, but I think we need to go very well ahead in providing and in educating the CSR group of people to provide this kind of support with us. So that is very important. And collaboration between inclusive schools and special schools, meaning the resources available. This has happened in the very same platform long ago also. How to I must say that we have had inclusive school teachers finding methods of teaching in special schools more than useful in training their own children. Otherwise, the so-called normal peers, those teachers have also felt very good. So it is needless to say that there is a changing role of both the special educators as well as that of inclusive educators. The changing role has to be adopted appropriately. And then there was a good report, one of course on early identification, early intervention focus. It is needless to say that we have to constantly hammer this particular point where there is need for universal hearing screening. In fact, Christine had brought out very clearly how the economic gains, how underprivileged children also came up so well in educational achievements. So I think that is yet another point that has to be done. And Christine had also referred to use of gadgets like a talk pedometer and other gadgets. So I think we must emphasize that the assistive technologies, which has also come out in the talk of Dr. Anita Julka, as well as Dr. Varsha Gattu, and all the others had brought out the need for assistive technology to be used. I must tell you that the ADIP scheme of Government of India is one of the best programs with so much of facilities available in it. And though it is for persons with lower socio-economic strata, economic strata, but on payment of full payment, at ADIP scheme rate of full payment, you can get them also. Even people with higher income group can also avail all the benefits by if it is 15,000 and above, you pay 50% of the cost. But the contracted rates of all these gadgets are so much less as compared to what is available. So the facility is something more universally available to all. And all these are absolutely certified by Bureau of Indian Standards. They are quality aids. Name it in any area, for example, for that matter. So gadgets have to be taken into account, and assistive technologies are very much needed both for online education as well as particularly in this home-based programs as well. And there was also good mention about curriculum for a variety of learners. I think we also have to spend some time, adopt appropriately the curriculum for variety of learners, and then make it available for in online education as well. I think with these few recommendations, I would conclude by saying that technology and creating awareness of technology among students as well as the families and parents is very, very, very important. So this actually has to be one of the important recommendations as well. With this, I think we have gone a long way in understanding various resources, including the last speaker. All had given us whole range of tips as well as resources and resources that we can access. So with all this, I think we have grown much richer today. I do hope that a consolidated either video of the proceedings of today can be made available either on YouTube or on your website or whatever. And I would strongly recommend that all the participants to kindly access this information for rerun and then make use of all the rich resources that have been made available today. I once again thank all the resource persons. It was such a feast to listen to all of them and the way they have helped and guided with such a lot of experience and insight. I think we are today enriched that much more today. I think with these few words, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share with you these points. Thank you all. Over to you, Ragita.
Thank you very much, sir, for the beautiful summing up. Now may I request Ms. Ramya Vasudevan, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, Dr. M.R. Janaki College, to propose the vote of thanks.
Ragita ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Respected Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, our special guests, our guest speakers, principals, staff, and all our participants. It is indeed my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this 28th Founders Day webinar on online education and training for school-age students with hearing impairment. On behalf of Dr. MGR Institute of Special Education and Research, I wholeheartedly thank our eminent speakers, our chief guest, Dr. Suni Matthew, our guest of honor, Dr. Yoshinago Itano, Dr. Anita Julka, our special guests, our resource persons, Dr. Varsha Gattu, Dr. Jayashree Shanbal, and Ms. Mamta NM, who has been with us on this occasion and gave us their valuable inputs through their exemplary speeches. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation for Professor Rangasai R for his immense support and boosting our morale throughout the working of the webinar. I am incredibly grateful to our beloved principal, Dr. Lata Rajendran, for giving us an opportunity to organize this event. I wish to place on record my heartfelt gratitude to the coordinator, Dr. Ragita Radhakrishnan, for her wonderful organization, our staff, Ms. Shamla and Ms. Sushma, for their cooperation. My special thanks to the press and media. As no program is complete or successful with a single person, I extend my big thanks to all the technical staff and volunteers for their support too. Thank you everyone for making this event successful. Vanakkam.